Ethio Kaffa tour and travel. We visit together.
Addis Ababa, capital city of Ethiopia, sometimes referred to as the capital of Africa. Addis Ababa is a buzzing hub of economic, social, and political activity and home to such notable offices as the African Union and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. The diversity of its people is reflected in the many churches, mosques and museums, including the Ethiopian National Museum, which houses the fossilized skeleton of Dinkinesh, or Lucy, the Australopithecine discovered in the area in the 1970s. Addis Ababa history. The establishment of Addis Ababa heralded the beginning of a new era in the history of Ethiopia. Emperor Minilik II, who aspired to create and gradually build a strong and modern Ethiopia, founded his capital on the site occupied by his forebears. It had been prophesied that Emperor Minilik II would build city at N2 about 8 kilometers north of Felwuha. He camped there and returned to it after his various campaigns. Strategic significance of the spot was highly considered in the emperor's choice of the site, which like Ankober was in an imposing position overlooking verdant plains. In addition, the site was on the watershed of the Blue Nile and was, therefore, convenient for easy access to most of the central province. Emperor Minilik II and his consort meanwhile were being attracted southwards by the hot springs of Felwuha, where they often spent many days, accompanied by their entries court. They chose to make this area of lower elevation their capital in no time. In those days, the houses at N2, though well constructed, were cold. At the end of accompanied by their retinue, went down for the second time to Felwuha, where a large number of tents were erected. Tatu, admiring the beauty of scenery from the door of her tent and rearming on the softness of the climate, asked Emperor Minilik II to give her a plot of land on which she would build a house, and, soon after her request, a beautiful edifice was erected on the land she earned through beautiful words. In 1887, Tatu once more left N2 and settled in her new house above the hot springs and began building the nascent town. All the chefs were offered land around the royal area and individually began to build their own dwellings. The army loved staying there. Tatu was so struck, it is said, by the beauty of the flowing mimosas in the area, where she decided to establish her town and gave the area the name still intact Addis Ababa, meaning new flower in Amharic. Gradually, Felahan gained the approval of Emperor Minilik II to be a political center of the capital of the country in general and Addis Ababa in particular. Initially, they came to Ethiopia through the ancient ports of Red Suns, flowing the resounding victory of Ethiopians over Italians' aggressors at the Battle of Adwa. Many foregoing nationals begin to visit and inhabit Addis Ababa. They played a great role mainly in the development of Addis Ababa. Armenians, Indians, Greeks, Italians, the French, Arabs and the like built historical residences, palaces, churches, mosques, monuments, roads and bridges in Addis Ababa. Moreover, originally a settlement at Mercato, which is the largest open market in Africa, was established by Italians, and the Ethio-Djibouti Railway was constructed by the French company. Especially Armenians and Greeks had close ties with the charismatic. Top attractions in Addis Ababa. Number 1 in the list is Mercato. This is a typical Afro-Mid-East type bargain platform, where you can buy almost anything from live chicken to building material. Flooded with goods from the east and west, memorablias from all corners of Ethiopia, jewelry, clothes and shoes. You name it. You can deploy your bargaining skill any place at any shop, and they still win. Offering 50% of the named value is about right. The bustling market is now partially populated by brand new buildings, creating one of the future East African malls. Number 2 in the list is Entoto Hill, nice view with a historical museum including a national ancient palace inside the St. Mary Cathedral compound. Historically, Entoto Mountain was a palace in the royal court to Emperor Menelik in the 1800s. The mountain serves as the lung of Addis Ababa because the dense forest regulates the climate condition of the city. Later, the Ethiopian Prime Minister started Entoto Natural Park of Addis Ababa as a tourist attraction. The park is a unique natural site in a mountain area for relaxation and pleasure. It is at the north edge of Addis Ababa at an altitude of 2,600 meters to 3,200 meters. Now, the park is fully delivering services with many indoor and outdoor adventure and recreational activities. In other words, visitors of the park can get services from the best service providers. Moreover, the recreational adventure and tourist attraction sites also open for visitors. In addition, the park is suitable for families or group visitors to cook by themselves and stay at a tented camp. Likewise, Entoto Park has a standard amphitheater and playing ground. Number 3 in the list is National Museum of Ethiopia. This museum's greatest treasure is the partial skeleton of Lucy, a tiny human believed to have lived over 3 million years ago. Reconstitution of Selim, a 3-year-old Australopithecus afarensis hominid, housed in the National Museum's basement gallery. The Museum of African Modern Art houses Ethiopia's artistic treasures. It contains many precious local archaeological finds, such as the fossilized remains of early hominids, the most famous of which is Lucy, the partial skeleton of a specimen of Australopithecus afarensis. Recently added to the basement gallery is a display on Selim, found between 2000 and 2004. This archaic fossil is estimated to date to 3.3 million years ago. The final list is Tour Unity Park Addis Ababa. Unity Park is established in 2019. The park is located at the Grand Palace in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, a compound that has been a seat of state for more than a century. The total land coverage of the Grand Palace is 40 acres, and it contains myriads of historical buildings and plants that date back to the time of Emperor Menelik II, the founder of the Grand Palace. Thank you for watching the video. For more travel videos from 10 Minutes Travel channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share.